I felt like he did nothing the whole time. And I feel like if you're going to do nothing and look confused by yourself. Like, why are you here?
I've been in my bag for a minute. I got time today, I might spend it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tyler Xavier, and welcome back to Kappachinotv. So, the time has come. The show that I've been talking about is finally premiering, and here we are. As you guys may have known, this whole situation was giving me so much anxiety about it, because I was like, how is stuff gonna be shown? How is it gonna be edited? The lighting. First thing on the bat, I can say my confessionals, I hate. I look terrible in confessionals. Now, during the show, my skin was top tier. During the show was good. But when I do confessionals and sit down type of talking videos, I like the camera a certain way. I like my lighting a certain way. And when you do stuff like that, you can't really control it. So that's not here nor there. The show that I'm referring to is called The Elite Battle ATL. I was casted on it back in January. We filmed in January, and I did a story time on that already, so you guys can go ahead and look at those videos. What I'm going to do is review the episodes and have them out to you the next day or the following day. For this particular video, I'm combining episodes 1 and 2, honestly, because the first one I did, it didn't work. I had technical difficulties, but we fixed all that. We back. So, and also because the first one wasn't that it wasn't much to talk about. The second episode, I have a lot to talk about, a lot to give you guys, and give you guys a little bit of tea. If you have not watched the episode yet, the episode's linked right in the description, so go ahead and check it out first, and then come back and listen to everything I have to say. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so with episode 1, like I said, it wasn't that much to talk about. It was more of an introduction video. So what I'm going to do is touch on little things that were important and things that you guys need to remember, okay? So pretty much how the episode started, it introduced everyone on the cast. I'm not going to go through everyone's, I don't know if I'm going to go through everyone's first impression that I had, because I thought it might be in the next episode, but I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put a pin on that. But what I will say is, majority of the cast was cool. I didn't remember anybody's name, to be honest. And yeah, that was pretty much that. Now, what I will say, when you guys see the round table or the discussion at the table, that's something that has been making its rounds as far as the topic of conversation, which was about sharing a bathroom with a transgender person. Now, I didn't talk much about that because I just don't know anything about it. That's something that, I don't know anything about. But what I will say is that, everyone has a right to have their own opinion. I don't think anyone should be called ignorant or anything like that, because everyone has their own opinion, and that's that. I don't think anyone was right, anyone was wrong. I think if everyone saw the whole conversation, we would see how everything went. But that's that. So then next, we kind of picked teams. So with the teams, I was happy with my team. And when we're discussing who should, be captain and co-captain, I was glad that Tonka and Jay got picked. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, in the episode, I'm not really bossy, but I'm just yeah, Jay should be co-captain. And I honestly did that because I felt like if we would have lost, I would have a reason to say, well, you guys are captain and co-captain, so you guys should be put up. And Jay is a threat. If you look at him, he was a threat. Now, I actually like Jay till this day, but he was a threat, and so that was my idea of saying that. Now, throughout this episode, the first episode, you see us running around. You don't see us doing too much, right? But another thing I do want to point out is that, well, first of all, Melly joined our team very late. So I didn't know him. Also, another important thing that happened in this episode, we had like a question to where we had to save a person. I went ahead and said to save the captain because I feel like if I said that first and I was like, okay, if I said let's save the captain, maybe Tonka would be like, okay, he looked up for me, let's look up for him. That was another strategic move on my end as well. And you know, gave me out like this episode 1. You just see us being as a team and being very like we're in communication, and things of that nature. And it does leave you on a cliffhanger to episode 2. Now let's get into episode 2. Okay, so episode 2 kind of picks up where it left off, showing like King not being with the team, his team. So we had different checkpoints for this challenge. So as you guys saw, this checkpoint was leaving one of your team members, like leaving them and they'll switch teams, right? So they decided to give us King, and they left King for their own reasons, right? Now, when it came to our team, listen, we were trying to figure out who was gonna go, okay? DJ did say she was tired, but in my opinion, as you guys saw multiple times, I said, what's your name? And I was talking to Melly because I felt like he did nothing the whole time. And I feel like if you're going to do nothing and look confused by yourself. Like, why are you here? Like, why is that offensive? That's the only time I said Melly, or I asked Melly's name as far as like, what we doing. Because he didn't want to do that. That was the first and last time. So DJ ended up staying and going with the other team. Now, these confessionals are hilarious because when King came, didn't nobody know who King was. We were like, what the hell? Like, why do we have King? And then on their team, of course, they were like, why do we have DJ? Like, they're ops. You know, that's what Ty kept saying. And like, confessionals, like, they're ops. But it was cool. So the next checkpoint was asking people on the street how dating in Atlanta is, and we had to ask 2 questions each. We were going around like asking everybody like, oh, how do you feel? I didn't really want to ask somebody nothing because I didn't have no questions to ask. I was there for running and smiling. That's all I was there for. It was funny, like the first person that they showed, he was not with it. He was like, no, I'm not answering these questions. And then also like, sometimes if you see me in the video, I'm like, no, we gotta ask people 2 questions. And they weren't doing that. They weren't listening to me, but I follow the rules. I'm a rule follower. I don't break the rules or nothing. So I'm just like, y'all, we gotta do that. After we get done doing that, we had to run all the way to like this like, I forgot what it's called. The little, it's called a something. And we all had to take a picture in front of it. That's when you saw the picture of all of us. I was tired as hell. Let me tell you something. I was running my ass off. So we get to the thing, and then we have another unscrambling word. One was politics, one was music. I know myself, and my best friend might be a lawyer, but I'm not into politics. King, Melly, and V were doing the politics. And what was pissing me off the whole time is like, they were trying to figure it out, but they were not we could ask for help. They weren't asking for help. And I'm just like, can y'all please get some of these random weird people like that's walking in Piedmont Park and ask them if they can unscramble it? Like, we can have help. And they weren't doing that. So that's why in my confession I was like getting irritated. And even that day, I was looking at Jay like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? They're not doing nothing. So then it got to our turn, and I ain't know. I ain't know not one of them. I might have known Candy Burris, I think, but I promise you, I ain't know not man answer. I had to we had to pick someone to leave behind again. right? Or to go back to leave behind. We ended up picking King because he wasn't originally, like, he wasn't there. Like, King was not part of our team, so he got flip-flops everywhere. And in his confessional, he was like, "Oh, I'm mad because I was getting all the questions right." Were you? Because I was there, and the people got those questions right. I don't like the patrons, the walkers of the Piedmont Park. King didn't get them right from what I remember, and from what the episode was. I'm pretty sure like you didn't. All right, let me not say you. I'm pretty sure King did not get those answers, so I don't know why he felt like he was frustrated with it. And then, like on the day of, he was like, "I don't care." I'm like, "Okay, go run back." So he ran back to the team, and while he ran back to the team, I'm reading out these like trivia questions, and we getting them. Like Tonka knows his shit. He's getting them. So then we ended up going back to the. We had to, once we got done with that, we had 36 points, so we won basically. But we didn't know that yet. And so we were walking back to the starting area. Now, while we're walking back, it shows King saying like, "Oh, that team wasn't doing nothing, like they were walking, I was getting so mad." And I'm just like, who was walking? Like, I mean, yeah, some of them were walking, but majority of us, like me, Lulu, Prince, Jay, like we were running. We were running. Now, Tonka and Melly, and maybe V, like no, they weren't running. But majority of the team was running. But you don't know that because you're not on our team. Other stuff, I'm telling y'all, y'all just don't know. These people are weird. Like these confessionals and how they're acting is like weird. Because anyway, then we all get back to the starting point with Sarah, so Oliver again, and she was like, you know, basically, I think our team name was Superior. Team Superior won, right? And we had to pick 2 people that were like the MVPs. So throughout this game, we win elite points, and we all got 5,000 elite points. And we decided Tonka and Jay are going to be the 2 top players because they were captain and co-captain, and so they got extra elite points as well. So then, once we got that situated, the other team had to pick 2 people to be put up. Now it was a little more spicier in person. Like they were going in. I remember a point, like the little clip you saw of like Ty and King. That was funny because I remember them doing that. And then I remember Teach went off like during that time too. So I'm surprised those kind of got cut out a little bit. But they finally came to a decision to where they put up LA and DJ because LA was a captain and DJ was she wasn't really on their team, you know. She got switched from our team. And it's crazy because I thought Mulatto was gonna get put up. So when they got put up, we had to decide like who we were gonna send home. Now my team, like the Team Superior, said we were going to save DJ and send LA. Now I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a fan of Big Brother. And I wanted to throw a rogue vote. Like I didn't know how the votes were gonna be counted. I didn't know any of that. But I really just wanted I wanted to be spicy. I wanted to throw a rogue vote. It was nothing against DJ because I really, really like DJ. Liked and still like DJ. And so when I did my vote, I was just like, yeah, I want to send home DJ because I feel like LA would be a good team player. But it was really just because I want to do a rogue vote because my whole team were voting for a DJ and I just want to be different. That was it. So after that was figured out, LA ended up going home. So once LA went home, Sarah let us know that the 2 captains for the new challenge are going to be Jay and Tonka, which we nominated them. So they were going to be on separate teams and they had to pick teams. Now, I was very happy with my team. So my team consisted of Tonka, Melly, Prince, Teach, Ty, and Tuesday. And then everybody else was on that team. All of us went to Daiquiri Factory. Now, the Daiquiri Factory is so much to this Daiquiri Factory that I don't know what they're going to show next week, so I don't really want to say too much. But at Daiquiri Factory, it was Jay, Tonka, Melly, B, myself, DJ, Mulatto, and Teach. So it was all of us. Now, it was a lot of talk about alliances and things of that nature. Some points I do want to point out is me and Mulatto talking. Mulatto was someone that I wanted to work with from the beginning, but she was not trusting of me. And you saw in her confessional, she was just like, she don't know. And you know, I'm a very mental player, and so is she. And it's so funny because when Tonka picked me, he said I look like the funniest thing, Tonka was like, Tyler looks like he plays Minecraft all day. That was funny, but I'm a very strategic player, so he was right. He was right. But Mulatto felt the same thing, so she was a little hesitant about working with me. And then also, she asked me if I would put her up, so we were kind of building that bond and that banter off rip. And I feel like they were trying to put so many shady moments for me in this clip. Like during the challenge in episode 2, I said Jesus on the main line. We were talking about how we decided to pick the one person that would be off the team, and I think I was like, oh, because like DJ was tired, and then Mulatto was like, yeah, like, we were trying to pick people who were tired, and I was like, oh, so King was tired. But I was just asking though. It was nothing like messy. I was really just asking that. And then I was like, I didn't know I asked this question, but I guess I did. I was like, so who's your biggest competition? Now, I need y'all to remember this. When I asked that question, he was like, Tonka said the other Tyler, he said like he was like he's sneaky, something. That's his biggest competition. I was like, oh, okay. The way I made that in a mental note, and I'm gonna wait to say what I did with it because I don't know what they're gonna show. But I made that shit a mental note. Well, it was revealed that Melly, Tonka, V, and Jay had an alliance. And when Mulatto was like, you can tell that Melly dug his claws in Tonka, and that Jay is sitting at a table that he's not accepted at. That right there spoke volumes. Like that spoke volumes. And did she lie? Did she lie? And then of course we get to this little cliffhanger with Melly and I. He said that Tonka is his biggest competition, and I thought he said Tyler. And then I said, and then I asked, I was like, who'd you say? Like Tyler who or whatever? And then Tonka was like, he said Tonka, like, don't think too highly of yourself. That's what Tonka said. And I was just like, no, it's because Melly the whole time we were at the other spot, like, I kept saying his name. And I asked, first of all, I can't say your name if I don't know your name, 1. And 2, I asked what your name was that one time because, yeah, I think you should have sat out because you were doing nothing. But what he was saying, he said that I said his name to get put up for elimination if we lost. And that never happened. And that's why I'm like, it never happened. Like, that never happened. And he's asking people, he was like, y'all don't remember that? I remember that. And I was like, I said, no, the only one that remember that is you. And then he was like, well, the camera remembers it, and my boat will too. Now, as y'all saw, when he said the camera remember it, I stopped myself because if y'all know me, I could keep going. I could keep going and going and going. But I was just like, okay, let's see if the camera remembers it. And obviously the camera didn't, because if I would have said that, they would have played it. So, and what they tried to play is not what he's talking about. So I hope everybody know that don't correlate. This was a very cool episode to me. Like, I feel like it was entertaining. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you guys like and comment, and make sure you guys subscribe so you can, you know, stay in touch with the reviews. It's only gonna go up from here. It's gonna get a little more spicier. Hopefully I'm not in nothing else. But yeah, make sure you guys leave a comment below and tell me what you guys think about the show, and I will see you guys next time.